You're listening to Spin It, a spin on digital marketing. We are spinning the discussion about everything web, graphics, digital marketing, and much more. And we're here to help get your business's online presence back on track. Join the team as we spin it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Spin It. This is episode number, I don't know, because I forgot. But yeah, thank you all for joining us again today. I'm joined as always by my co-host Mackenzie Swanky, and we have a special guest with us to help introduce what this episode is about. Abby Deals. She is an employee of Spin Market. She's been with us for almost 2 years.
Yes,
and this is her first appearance on Spin It. So how's it going, Abby? Welcome to Spin It.
Hello. It's going pretty good.
She's a little nervous if you can't tell. It's okay. Everyone is on their first time. So she's been on maternity leave, just had a baby. So congratulations. And,
thank you.
Baby girl.
Yes.
Right.
Baby Isla.
Yep. So exciting for her. Since the last time we recorded, I got married. So that's kind of a big thing, I guess.
And I came back from vacation. Who's really winning here?
Summer's in full swing, that's for sure. Of course, this week here in Fort Dodge is the Iowa State high school girls softball tournament.
I'm super excited. I'm planning on going one of these days. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Me and Lily are gonna go tomorrow. So I think we're gonna see, at least in the afternoon. Yeah, so summer's in full swing. The Dodgers won their first game of the state tournament yesterday. Score 12-0. Go Dodger girls. See if they can go back to back on their state title, because they won last year, the whole thing. So
those are always like good games, but they're also not fun to watch. Not gonna lie.
The 12-0s?
Yeah. Because then you're just like, okay, can we like forfeit? Like
it was 3 innings, and they had the mercy rule. Like that's rough.
Yeah,
state tournament mercy rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Waukee.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, and then of course last week in Fort Dodge we had the county fair. State fair's coming up, so that's always fun.
Yes, it is.
Went for the second time last year, but I don't know if we'll go this year or not.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of just depends on. Sometimes I like to go to like the shows that they bring in, but it really just depends on what they bring in personally.
Yeah, some of the concerts sometimes are good, but
otherwise sometimes it's like you kind of need to space it out, and otherwise every year going, I feel like you'd get bored. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, so Abby's actually from Boone, so she doesn't speak Fort Dodge, so she speaks Boone. And she was telling us about. You're gonna have to say it again.
Puffer Billy Days.
Puffer Billy Days.
Puffer Billy?
Yes.
That's just such a weird name. Why?
It is. When I first moved there, I thought it was such a weird name.
Why is it called Puffer Billy Days?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Gosh, I thought you spoke Boone.
Yeah. So definitely busy summer so far for everyone in the Spin team and on the Spin team. We're not really in the Spin team. We're just on the Spin team. So, yeah, of course, then you got just work's been great. Been busy around here. I know I've been building a website for a new client. Almost done with it. Met with her just before this, and things are going good. Mackenzie's been on vacation, but, before she was on that, I don't know what she was doing.
What was I doing?
Logos?
It seemed like a lot of logos and getting those done before I left.
Your logo groove down for sure.
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm just on point. Like
yes, it's very good.
I'm hot like that 3-point shooter.
Yeah, we just had a client settle on their logo while you were on vacation. Yeah. So that was a plus.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that one's been a process.
Yes, it's been a long process, but I'm glad that we finally are at the finishing line.
Yes. So.
But yeah, so I've been getting caught up, especially these last 2 days, on emails and everything else that I have to do. And yeah, so it's been busy. We have a couple new clients possibly might be joining us. So
yep.
Don't want to reveal their names just in case. I don't know. Just in case. I don't know.
It's like, oh, this is our client. Oh, wait, no, they're not. That'd be rough.
Never mind.
I don't know. What have you been up to, Abby?
A little bit of everything, I guess, just to get back in the groove of being back.
Yeah, definitely. So we have the CFG podcast. Y'all can go give them a listen. How to Money with Cole and Cole. Did another episode with them on Friday, and
Very exciting stuff.
I did a client this morning and a client tomorrow and a client on Thursday, I think. So
Caleb's just podcast.
So if you need a podcast, we can do it. I am the podcast director here at Spin, and I'm always looking for people to be able to help do a podcast, and we put this room together and definitely want to put it to good use all the time. So with that being said, I think we're going to jump into the reason you're here, and that is today is part number 4 of the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance Business Community Opportunity Series. And today's interview, Cheryl's going to talk with the ladies from the Growth Alliance about the next video coming out here in a couple days of Shelly Bodar from the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association. So I think, Mackenzie, you had classes with her?
Yeah, so I went to Iowa Central and I was in the choir department. Was in choir and all that fun music stuff. So Shelly actually played piano for a couple years when I was in it. So got pretty you got to know her, obviously. She's an awesome person. She's super funny and super sweet. So
I've heard a lot of good things about her in this whole process. So I know they've got some big things in the works over there for the Fine Arts Association. So that'll be an interesting interview. And I know they've had great feedback on this whole series. So it'd be interesting to see where it continues to go. I know it was a big undertaking for us and the people who helped us with the videos, but it seems to have good feedback. So hopefully that continues. And who knows, maybe we'll do another round of them next year or something.
Oh, definitely.
But with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to our boss, Cheryl, and she is going to interview Jill Nelson and Lydia Schuur from the Growth Alliance. This episode of Spin It is brought to you by Spin Market Digital in Fort Dodge in partnership with the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance. The Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance is an efficient organization whose mission is to unify and coordinate accountable economic and community development to enhance the quality of life in Fort Dodge, Iowa, and the surrounding regions. For your business to become a member of the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance, call them at 515-955-5500. That's 515-955-5500. Or you can email them at info@greaterfortdodge.com. That's info@greaterfortdodge.com. To learn more about the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance, visit their website, www.greaterfortdodge.com. That's www.greaterfortdodge.com. Or follow them on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And as always, for all your digital marketing needs, call Spin Market today. Or visit our website, www.spinmarket.com. That's www.spinmarket.com. www.spinmarket with 2Ks.com.
Well, I'd like to welcome everyone back to the Spin It podcast. I'm Cheryl O'Hearn with Spin Market, and we are here today with Jill and Lydia from the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance to talk about our 4th video that we're releasing, and we're so excited about that. We're here to talk a little bit about the other 3 before, but also talk about this new video, what it's doing, and how it's impacting our community. So, welcome, Jill.
Thank you. It's good to be back on.
Yes, very much so. So we're getting used to having this little banter back and forth in our conversation here. How are you doing, Lydia?
I am good. How are you?
I'm great. So I'm going to turn it right over to you right away, Jill, and talk about this 4th video that we have, and maybe a little bit of history on the previous 3 and what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So this, like Cheryl, you said, this is the 4th video of a 10 video series that the Growth Alliance has been working on with Cheryl and Spin Market. And the series is called Business Community Opportunity. And the goal is to really highlight our business community and the member businesses And we chose 10 of them to tell their story about why they are doing business here in the Fort Dodge region, kind of their story of business and, what they enjoy about doing business here and living here. And so, yeah, we're kicking off our fourth one, which is the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association. But prior to that, we have done Fletcher Wood Products and Rush Hour Clothing, and then CNOS Orthopedic Group as well. So it's cool to see the diversity in the businesses that we have going on here, and we're just looking forward to seeing the response with this fourth one.
Good. And we had a little bit of conversation before our podcast today, talking about where we were and how the videos were doing, and the comments that we're receiving out there, how the positive comments that we're receiving, and the different people from across the state that are seeing it. And I'm sure there's other ones farther than that, which we know because Fletcher Cabinets,
made it to Kansas.
Made it to Kansas.
Yeah, lots
Kansas
of positive.
and back.
Yes, lots of positive comments.
So very cool. So Lydia, our next video, like Jill said, is the Fort Dodge Fine Arts. What have you seen that the Fort Dodge Fine Arts has done in the community and is brought up in this video?
Oh, yes. So Shelley is really great at partnering with all the different kinds of arts we have in this community. We have people who create art, whether it's painting or sculpture. We have people who are musically talented, people who act on a stage. And so she's really great at promoting all of them, partnering with them, helping everybody get the word out about who they are and what they do. She is, she schedules music for many of the live shows in our community. She runs the gallery that we have downtown as well. She really has her hand in a lot of different things and is really the person that would be a great contact for anyone interested in the arts or getting involved in the arts even. So she's always busy.
Yes, and you brought up that key word, diversity.
Yes.
As you can see in all four of the videos, every one of them are totally different. And this one talks about some of the culture and those amenities that people are looking for when they come into the community. And Shelley's so good about being able to take that and use the Iowa Central Community College, the school systems here, the various programs at the other activities and churches. I mean, she just brings it all together and so great about promoting it and telling the story.
She really is. Yes. She's a great advocate for all the groups that are active in the community or wanting to be more active. Maybe you had mentioned Triton Kids, which is a great example. That's area youth, or that is an area youth choir, which is so cool. And you're giving kids this chance to be on a stage where maybe that might not have been an option. So that's a great program.
Yeah, and one thing that I really appreciate about Shelley is that everything that she does is focused on partnerships. And at the Growth Alliance, one of our keywords is collaboration. And she lives and breathes that as well. And, she talks about that economic development is a key component to community growth and success, but also is recreation and fine arts. And I mean, we all need to understand how all of those work together. And, each piece needs to be successful for us to have that community growth and success.
Yeah, and she brings that out in the video as well. Yeah. She's always talking about how she is trying to get this into the community and work with the community on it and get that information out and getting everybody put together. And she's so good about promoting all of the arts.
Yes.
Which is phenomenal out here to see, being able to connect not only, like you said, art as far as paintings and that type of thing, but how she takes it and puts it into murals for the downtown or those different things. Or I believe she even worked on the Pick It Up, where they did the programs for the students, did the different
the garbage cans.
Garbage cans, which when I say that, we say garbage cans, but you have to see these. These are art garbage cans. These are not just a garbage can on the corner.
Yeah, she coordinates so much, and she does it with such enthusiasm and passion. And that's another reason I think why the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association has seen so much growth. I mean, they started out with, 10 years ago, they had a couple of members, and this community, really had no engagement when it came to the arts. And she has now taken that to dozens and dozens and dozens of members, and a community that is really engaged and really cares about what's going on in the arts community, especially when it comes to like public art and live music. I mean, the community has really come forward to show that they love that stuff. And it's like one of the reasons why they love living in the Fort Dodge region is because stuff like that is available to them. And the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association has really made that possible.
Yes. Well, and you'll go to many of the restaurants and you'll see the various arts exhibits in the different restaurants that she's been part of in coordinating and organizing. And of course, she's always talking about the different bands in the community, not only outside bands, but all the music talent that we have in our community is pretty phenomenal.
Yep, they keep a well updated online calendar. So if anybody was ever looking for something to do, you can easily find almost any night of the week. There's something or multiple things happening, and she does a great job of keeping that calendar updated for everyone to check out.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she was just a really fun video to do because, first of all, we wanted to make sure that we incorporated a nonprofit organization when we were selecting our businesses to showcase. And this was just a natural one for us to choose because of the work that she does that impacts our region as a whole. And it just fits so well into our series.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. When you talk about enthusiasm, we didn't have to pump Shelley up at all to do the video. No. She just rocked it from the minute she hopped on the stage to talk. Very cool. Yeah. Well, one project that we need to really give her kudos about is the Phillips.
Yes, the
project,
auditorium.
The auditorium there. And I think, Lydia, you've got quite a bit of background on that.
So it's a project where the people who worked on that building to turn it into apartments to keep their historical tax credits, they needed to maintain that space as is, but really had no plans. So when Shelley learned about that, she approached them about turning it into like a practice space but also a space where people could come and watch a show as well. So they have a really great partnership there, and she just needed to be part of the commitment was she had to commit to X amount of dollars spent on the space, and it needs a lot of work. And there is a curtain specifically that is in really bad shape, and so that is their largest project. And some area groups have helped raise money to get that curtain fixed and replaced actually. And so that is, I believe she's reached her goal.
I think so.
Yes.
If not, it is super close.
Yes. So, and that was the biggest hindrance that she had to be able to allow people to utilize that space. So with that goal reached, then groups can practice there. People can have a show there, and it's really great. And she's also working with the tenants to be able to provide them, like admission to a show. So I just love that she sees a really big picture all the time and is always looking for an opportunity.
Well, and we needed another space in our community for the different types of shows, because we've got the middle school, which that one's great. That's all brand new. Decker Auditorium at Iowa Central Community College is going through a total revamp.
Yes.
Exciting.
And it's very exciting. And then having this or able to have this type of a stage available as well just gives a lot more opportunity for everybody.
Yes.
Because what happens frequently is booking.
That's
the
what I was
different
just going to
events.
say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The middle school is a really great space. However, the middle school has priorities. They have their own shows and their own students who have musicals there and whatnot. So this allows for a lot of flexibility in scheduling because it's not a dedicated space to another entity. It'll be a huge asset.
Yeah, and more than anything, it's just going to allow the arts community to grow.
Yes.
And provide them that opportunity.
Yep, very much so.
So yeah, it's been just a really cool project.
very cool. And people are probably thinking, why was it so expensive to buy a curtain? There was lots of zeros on that curtain.
Lots of zeros. It is a huge curtain. And anything that size is going to be expensive.
Very expensive. And what would a stage be without a curtain?
Right.
You have to have a curtain.
Yes. And it's very grand. I don't even know if those are items that are easily made or readily available. So I feel like it would probably be, it would be expensive because it's not like it's made.
Well, yeah. And this auditorium when was it built? In the 30s?
I don't honestly know, but it is it's historic.
It's historic,
yes.
Which is, so that tells you that it's one of those things that nostalgia that comes along with it, but it also has the acoustics in it are fabulous.
Yes.
Because of when it was built and set up. So very excited for that, and hopefully the 2023 seasons that they'll be able to have some great programs going on on there. So Shelley has all of her information on the Growth Alliance's website.
She does.
Right. Mm-hmm. And they do have a little bit of a website, the Fort Dodge Fine Arts as well, they do. On it. And then, of course, you can hear her on the radio. You can see her walking the streets. Yes. Back and forth, talking to different businesses out there. You see Shelley everywhere.
Yep.
Yes.
Out there.
She's always out and about doing something.
Always out and about and doing something. Yep, exactly. So that was one of the areas that are on our fourth video in having the Fort Dodge Fine Arts on there and showing that culture and the activity that goes on in the community and the opportunities that we provide not only for adults to go and see, but for children to participate in as well.
Yes, and I feel like that's really important to give all ages an opportunity. And so, I mean, I believe that's offered here, and that's great.
Yeah, very much so. Well, great. Well, we are excited for everybody to see this video out there. You'll be able to see it, of course, online on the Growth Alliance. Various other businesses are going out and linking it up to their websites and their social media. So we're really excited as this project has gotten going more and more that we're seeing that community support on it as well, and seeing that these are great videos for these businesses to use for recruitment, for additional information, and to get their message out to all of their potential customers and current customers as well, and showing what's going on in our community. That's very exciting. So want to again thank Jill.
Yeah, thanks
for being on our podcast today, and Lydia, of course, and looking forward to our next video that'll be out after that, and that'll be our fifth one. So can you, Matt, believe that? That would be our halfway point.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Halfway point seems like we've been working on this for forever, but at the same time, it's moving along so quickly.
It is. It's just flowing, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what's really great.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much, guys. We're very excited with this, to have this program going, and encourage everyone to go to the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance website and see the videos as they're launched, and watch the ones that have already been launched. Thank you.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Spin It Podcast.
Make sure you check out our brand new website at www.spinmarket.com. That's www.spinmarket.com.
And follow us on social media at Spin Market to keep up to date with all that's happening.
If you'd like to sponsor an episode of the Spin It Podcast, fill out the form on our website, www.spinmarket.com.
And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channels so you never miss an episode.
Thanks for joining us on this week's episode of Spin It.